G'day guys, and welcome to today's video where I'm testing one of the gold farms that's probably been around for 5 to 6 weeks now, it feels like. It's the Hyperspawn farm at Legion Hold in Shadow Moon Valley. Now, I don't know about you guys or your servers, but the primals market is super crowded at the moment on my server, which is Yojamba, which is about 5,000 people strong. So any gold farms that aren't about farming for limited resources, I'm always open to. For people on super servers like Benediction, Fairlina, Firemore, I can't guarantee how good a farm like this is going to be. For those super servers, you might find that this farm is crowded all the time. There's 5, 6, upwards of 8 people at the spot. If you're planning on doing it before dinner, after dinner, before raid time, you're more than likely not going to have a very good time. It'll probably just be too crowded, and you won't get the amount of kills that you need to actually make this worth your while. So pick your times wisely and make sure that you're getting there during downtimes. So I'll quickly go over the farm for those doing this for the first time. Up the top of Legion Hold, there are 3 pillars that spawn multiple Shadow Council Warlocks. You'll know the Shadow Council Warlocks because they channel like this green beam, and they do aggro if you get too close. They're on a hyperspawn, meaning that when one dies, one usually spawns immediately afterwards. When you do this farm enough, you'll realize that they spawn almost on top of each other, so there is very little downtime, so you can quickly lose control and actually end up dying just because you simply cannot keep up with the amount of hyperspawning going on. That being the case, this usually works best when there's one person at each pillar, and you can just stay at your pillar and farm the same 3 or 4 mobs that spawn. They have about 5k HP, they cast Shadow Bolts and melee. And as you can see from the footage, they go down pretty easily. I'm in PvP gear and spec at the moment, and you can see that I'm pretty easily able to kill more than 3, 4, 5 in a row. While you're doing this, you'll need to watch your back for the elite demon that patrols around, Morgaron. If you aggro him, I found it's best to just run away. I'm a rogue, so I can just vanish, but for most classes, it might be tempting just to turn around and kill him. But because this is a hyperspawn area, you're more than likely just back up into another Shadow Council Warlock, and you'll end up pulling 2, 3, 4 mobs. So just do yourself a favor and run away. The Warlocks drop Netherweave Cloth, random greys, HP and mana pots, a lot of raw silver, Marks of Sargeras, and of course the main gold maker, which is the Fell Armaments. And of course, with any open world farming, they also have a chance to drop any green, blues, and epics. So for this farm, I started at 597 gold, and by the end of the farm, once I had vended the greys and the greens, I had 660 gold, plus all the materials that I picked up. So 1 hour of farming, I had 5 mana pots, 9 Fell Armaments, 73 Marks of Sargeras, and 208 Netherweave Cloth. Using the average US market price for these materials, I would end up with 245 gold, plus the raw gold from looting and vendoring the greens and the greys, taking our total up to 308 gold in an hour of farming. Pretty surprised with the result here. It's actually really solid. Obviously, you can attribute to this me having pretty much a solo pillar the entire time. I did this at about just after midday on my server. So I would say this farm really relies on timing. If you're playing a melee class or a hunter, this is really nice as well, so you can tag quite quickly and reliably. Now, obviously this won't be for everyone. There's a lot of really big servers out there with a lot of farming going on, especially in a downtime phase, kind of like now. People are just farming or leveling ults, it feels like, outside of raids. So if you want something that uses essentially the same loot table of marks, netherweave, and armaments, and isn't as crowded, you can watch my video on Arklon Ruins, which I guarantee will be less crowded than this place right here. I'll put that video in the description. Like I said, it uses the exact same loot table, and I bet there'll be a lot less people there. But the only downside is it's not a hyperspawn, but there are lots more mobs, so I found that you actually don't need it to be a hyperspawn. But that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't know, for every subscriber I get on my channel, I donate $1 to charity. The charity at the moment that the channel is supporting is the Lung Foundation. We've got a few more days before I make the donation, but I am taking recommendations for our next charity support. So let me know down below if you've got a great suggestion, and I'll look into it. Got any other farms you want me to test? Put those in the comment section. I'll go have a look and make a video for you guys. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.